Welcome to the one and only natural deodorant guide you will ever need. I have tried not every natural deodorant out there, but quite a large sum. I've probably tried in my life, since I've been using natural deodorants, which I would say is probably the last 6 years of my life, I've probably tried over 30 different natural deodorants. This presentation does not contain all 30. This contains the ones that I've used the most recent. I've gone into detail on this and I will insert clips of it while I'm talking. This is in detail of the claims that they make about these deodorants and then my opinion, and then I've given them a rating out of 10. And then at the end, I will run you through my top 6. So this is my presentation I made for you guys. I also have these are some of the deodorants in this video. I decided to make this presentation like at the beginning of the week when I needed to go through my drawer because so many of my deodorants that I had were really old and expired and disgusting, so I threw them away. I kept the ones that I wanted to talk about mainly and the ones that are like newish. I don't love all of these, okay? That is, you will learn. I am brutally honest about how I feel about everything, but specifically when it comes to deodorants, I have some non-negotiables, which we will get to in the video, but I'm very, very picky. I also sweat a lot. It's in my genetics, okay? I come from a very sweaty family, so it's not like I'm one of those people that doesn't sweat. I also do a job where I'm on my feet, running around. I work retail, so I'm running around all day, so I sweat while I'm at work. And I don't want to smell because I also am terrified of smelling. I'm so acutely aware of the tiniest bit of my very sensitive nose. I have a very sensitive nose. I am really sensitive to smell. I think I smell. A lot of people are like, you don't smell. I feel like I do. And if I feel like I do, I fixate on it. So that being said, I have a very strong criteria for what I think is good in a natural deodorant. And I'm going to go through that with you guys. So I guess let's get started. I call this my deodorant graveyard because I really don't use most of these. I use some of them. I have my favorite ones that I will use on rotation. I also have a good detoxifying thing that underarm detoxifier that I'm gonna talk about. But yeah, okay, so let's get started. So we're gonna start with Megababe. I have 2 different deodorants that I've tried from them. They are also the brand that makes this detoxifying underarm mask. This is the Happy Pits one. It's got charcoal, glycolic acid, and vitamin C. I didn't include this in this presentation, but I really do like this quite a bit. If you are using natural deodorant, you are going to have to detoxify. You'll have to do it when you switch to it to begin with. And then also I recommend doing it like once a month just to, keep everything fresh. So Megababe, the first one, is the smoothie deodorant. I don't have this one anymore because I ran out and I just haven't repurchased it because I just have so many other deodorants that I'm currently using. So their main claims are pH balancing fruit enzymes, which are lemon, orange, and bilberry extract. It's got lactobacillus ferment, which is a healthy postbiotic, which helps skin produce and regulate good microbiomes for odor protection. 72-hour odor protection, they claim, and then no baking soda and no aluminum. If you have sensitive skin, baking soda is a no-go when it comes to natural deodorant. Personally, I cannot use any deodorant with baking soda in it for extended periods of time. They will give me a rash. That's just how it is. So I personally cannot use a deodorant with baking soda in it. All of these will be aluminum free. Some of these have no baking soda, others have baking soda, and I will be sure to clarify which ones are which. And this one also is cruelty-free and vegan, which is a huge, 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 huge non-negotiable for me. I will not use any product that is not cruelty-free. So I think all of these but one are cruelty-free, and the one that's cruelty-free I did not purchase. I was given it, and I don't use it, and I would not recommend it, which we'll get to that. And then I also have the price for all of these. So this one is $14. So onto my opinion, this is one of the best deodorants that I've tried. I like this scent better, or this one. It's not really just the scent. All their deodorants are like different scents, but they also have different ingredients and they kind of do different things. I like this one the best. You do need to detox every month in order for it to keep working. So like after like the first month-ish, maybe a month and a half, 2 months of using it, like it kind of stopped working, and then I detoxed and then it started working again. So it does work. You just have to detox, which is fine. Smells nice, but it's not overbearing. That's a big thing for me too. Like I mentioned, I have very sensitive nose. And I don't like when deodorant smell lingers. So this one doesn't do that. It smells nice when you put it on, but you don't smell it throughout the day. Good price for how well it works. $14 is middle of the range. I feel like actually probably more average for a lot of natural deodorants. So I think for the price, it is really good. And then like I said earlier, it's got no baking soda, so it's safe for sensitive skin. And it does keep your armpits dry throughout the day. So my rating for this deodorant is a 9 out of 10. So on Megababe, we will talk about the green deodorant. I can show it to you. Maybe it's kind of gross looking, but like that's just what it is. It has antioxidant rich and odor neutralizing chlorophyll. That's why it's green. It's got magnesium hydroxide and zinc ricinoate to neutralize odor. Arrowroot helps keep your armpits dry. Lightly scented with geranium and lemon. It's vegan and cruelty free, just like the other one. No baking soda, no aluminum. Also $14. Same thing, smells nice, but it's not super overbearing. It does work well. My only downside with this one is that it does turn the armpits of your white shirts yellow. I wear a lot of white, so I just don't like when my deodorants do that. That's just like for me. Same thing, no baking soda, good for sensitive skin, and it's a good price for how well it works. This one, I can give it an 8 out of 10 just because of the armpit situation on your clothes. Okay, we are moving on to Necessaire. I also have this one. So Necessaire does normal solid deodorants, and they also do deodorant gel. I've not tried the regular, just the gel. This one is an AHA deodorant. It's got 5% AHA to help fight odor, minimize discoloration, and smooth bumps. This is the first of several AHA deodorants that I'm going to talk about today. This also has niacinamide in it, vitamin B3 to strengthen skin barrier, chamomile extract to help smooth skin, no aluminum or baking soda, and it is also cruelty-free and vegan. This one is a roller ball, so a little different than some of the other ones. I think all the AHA ones that I have are roller ball ones. And then this one is $20, which is quite zesty. I would not recommend this for days that you're going to be sweating a lot. I just don't think, it doesn't keep you dry. It's got no ingredients in it that are going to keep you not, like, keep your armpits dry, which I personally prefer deodorants that keep your armpits dry throughout the day. Just because, like I said, I sweat a lot. So it has no baking soda, so it can be good for sensitive skin. However, it does have other ingredients like AHA and niacinamide and stuff that can be irritating to some skin types. So just being aware of that. No transfer onto clothes due to the consistency, which is nice. Like, you know, some white deodorants can like get on your clothes when you try them on or put them on in the morning. Another downside is that it's just expensive. So I am giving it a 5 out of 10. Like, it is nice. I definitely wouldn't use an AHA deodorant as it on its own. I definitely use it more as like a supplemental deodorant. So I use it in addition to something else. Like, I'll put it on right out of the shower, and then before I'm gonna leave for the day, I'll put on like a normal deodorant. But there are other AHA deodorants that are the same percent, both 5%, in this video that are cheaper. So to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't recommend this one. If you're looking for an AHA deodorant, I would recommend some of the other ones in this video more than this one, just because $20 is quite zesty. Next is another one of my favorites. This is the Kopari deodorant. This is a coconut. This is a mini one. It's my travel one. It's kind of gross looking. I don't really want to show you, but this is the coconut oil deodorant. It is plant-based, aluminum-free, and it's skin-friendly, non-toxic formula, so it's got no aluminum, no baking soda, no parabens or sulfates. Coconut oil is naturally antimicrobial and antibacterial, while it hydrates and soothes sensitive underarms. It also has sage oil in it, which soothes sensitive and irritated skin. Vegan and cruelty-free, $20, which is quite zesty, but I do think it works well. So on to my opinion on it. It is, like I said, it's another one of my favorites. Super hydrating. You do have to detox every couple of weeks for it to keep working, just like I had mentioned with the Megababe one. It smells nice, but it's not overpowering, and that's coming from somebody who doesn't really like the smell of coconut, which is crazy because I have several coconut deodorants in this video. It can transfer onto darker clothes. I do notice that it's like one that if you put too much on, like, it will get onto your clothes. Great for sensitive skin, no baking soda, also like super hydrating. And then, like I said, it is kind of expensive, but I do think it's worth the money if you do have a little bit more money to spend on deodorant. There are other deodorants in this video that are cheaper that work just as well. So this isn't a need, but if you do have the extra money to splurge on a deodorant, I do think this one is really worth it. Next one is this Caudalie one. It's like very cool. You can see I've barely used it. So my personal review on this one's not gonna be super extensive. It is natural, stain free. Formula is meant to neutralize bacteria for over 24 hours. It is aluminum and bicarbonate free, vegan, but not cruelty free. So I guess I'll just get into it now. Caudalie says that they are a cruelty free brand and they do not test on animals. However, they do sell in mainland China, and in order to sell in China, you have to test on animals. It's a requirement by law. Therefore, any brand that sells in China cannot be considered cruelty free. So Caudalie, you are not cruelty free. You're a liar because you sell in China. So that is my opinion on that one. It does have organic grape water, antioxidant rich and prebiotic. It hydrates, soothes, and reinforces skin microbiota. Organic eucalyptus, which is the fresh scent that provides long-lasting odor control. And this one is $16. So onto my opinion. I think you guys can already guess, but I've only tried this a handful of times, and I wasn't impressed the couple times that I did use it. I really don't feel like it kept me smelling nice. I feel like I still smell, and I had to use a different deodorant not that long after. It is good for sensitive skin because it doesn't have aluminum or baking soda in it, but it is not cruelty free. So even if it was the best deodorant that I've ever used in my life, I would not be able to, in good conscience, recommend this deodorant to you. I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. But yeah, I would not recommend this one. And this one was given to me by a friend who purchased it and didn't like it. And I use natural deodorant, so she was like, oh, I want to try it. So yeah, I would not recommend this one. I actually don't know why I still have it. I should just get rid of it. Next one is one that I don't have with me anymore. It is the Cosa Sport AHA Serum Deodorant. It is similar to the Necessaire one, so AHA helps fight BO, also brightens and exfoliates. It's got additional skincare ingredients in it that help hydrate and soothe the skin. It's vegan and cruelty-free, aluminum and baking soda free, and they claim that it's stain-free. And it is $18. So just $2 less than the Necessaire one. With this, I felt like it worked really well for the first like 2 weeks, and I was using it on its own, but then it kind of stopped working. So to the Necessaire one, it doesn't have any baking soda, so it's good for sensitive skin. However, AHA can be irritating to some people with sensitive skin, so just kind of being aware about that. It does dry fast, so it doesn't transfer onto your clothes. It is kind of pricey. Like I already mentioned, for what it is, there are other AHA deodorants that are cheaper and do the exact same thing. And then I also mentioned this before, but I would use it more as like a supplement versus on its own. One, I do have Dove aluminum free. It is enriched with their signature 1/4 moisture. Aluminum and baking soda free, glides on easy for smooth application, provides 72-hour protection, and it is vegan and cruelty free. And this is the cheapest deodorant in this video at $6.59. I do think this one works quite well. It smells really nice, but it's not super overpowering. There's so many different scents to choose from, so there's gonna be a scent that you like. I also think they do unscented, so if you're just like not someone that likes a scented deodorant, which to be honest, I usually actually am in the camp of not wanting a scented deodorant, but all of these are scented, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, like I said, they have so many different scent options to choose from. No baking soda, so it's good for sensitive skin. My one negative is I feel like it doesn't keep you super dry, so I probably wouldn't use this on a day that I'm going to be doing like heavy activity. But yeah, I think it works pretty well. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. And this is the cucumber and green tea one, which is the only scent I've actually tried. Next, we are moving on to Saltaire. I have 2 deodorants from them. The first one is going to be their 5% AHA serum deodorant. I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. This AHA deodorant does the exact same thing as every other AHA deodorant that I've talked about in this video. This is the last one, by the way. And the cheapest one at $13. So my opinion on this one is very similar to my opinion on the other ones. I wouldn't wear it on a day where I was gonna do heavy activity. More of a supplement than a replacement in my opinion, but no baking soda, but AHA. And then this is the best AHA deodorant that I've tried though, so I would pick this AHA deodorant over the other 2 that I recommended purely based on price and doing the exact same thing that the other 2 have done. This one does have quite a strong scent. I do notice that with Saltaire in general, the scents are quite strong. Not super overpowering, but it does kind of linger a little bit. So if you're picky about that, that is something to note. And I would give this one a 5 out of 10, maybe a 6, but give it a 5 just because I wouldn't use it on its own. The next one is the standard, just normal Saltaire skincare deodorant. I just repurchased this one, so this is a different scent than the one that I like pictured in the video. I had a different one before, but I literally just bought this. This one is formulated with proven skincare ingredients like salicylic acid and zinc. This is the same one that I struggled with earlier. Ricinoleate to help keep odor at bay for over 24 hours. It's got BHA, like I just said, that zinc, whatever, nourishing oils, and algae to help reduce odor or help neutralize odor. It's dermatologist tested, no baking soda or aluminum, and it's cruelty free and vegan. And then this one is a little unique because it is actually refillable. The main cartridge, I guess I can't get it out because it's kind of, you know, got deodorant all over it, but the main cartridge actually pops out and you can get refills and put it in there, so then the refill is cheaper. I don't have the price of the refill, but buying it on its own is $13, so I'm assuming the refill cartridge for it is cheaper. This one works super well. It has the skincare benefits, which is really nice. It's good for sensitive skin. Smell is kind of strong and it does linger, so that's like my one thing that I don't love about it. I do think it's really good for the price. It works super well. 7 out of 10 because of the scent. Next brand is Curie. I have 2 deodorants from them. This one is unique. This one is a deodorant and body spray. It is made with skin-loving, odor-fighting ingredients, sage oil, witch hazel, and probiotics. No aluminum or baking soda. Can be used anywhere that you sweat. Cruelty-free. Clean. I don't know if it's vegan, but I know it is cruelty-free. Got clean ingredients, no aerosol, non-greasy, non-irritating, and it doesn't leave any white marks on your clothes. And this one is $16. And there are a couple of scents for this one as well. I would not wear this all day. I personally like to use it when I'm going to be exercising at home. You just spray it on. It dries pretty fast. It doesn't leave like any residue on anything. And it doesn't feel like you had to have anything on, which I really like. When I'm working out, I don't want to be like feeling my deodorant gliding. I don't know. I just like, you spray it and it just, you know, it's nice. It doesn't really keep you very dry because, like I said, it doesn't really have any of those like ingredients in it. But it's good for sensitive skin. I wouldn't really recommend this one. It's not really worth the price in my opinion. It's mediocre. I gave it a 5 out of 10. Next Curie product is just their clean deodorant. This is another one that there's like 100 million scents, so there's like one for everybody, and I know there's a scent free as well. This is packed with skin loving ingredients, no aluminum, glides on smooth, no tugging, no sticky residue, and no white marks. Moisturizing, non-greasy formula delivers staying power that keeps you fresh all day. Cruelty free, and this one is $14. This one's actually a new addition a new one for me. I like just got this a couple weeks ago. It does work really well. However, it does stain the armpits of your clothes yellow. It also is not good for sensitive skin because it actually does have baking soda in it. This is one of the few deodorants in this video that contain baking soda, which I actually didn't realize when I bought it. I always look at the ingredients before I buy a deodorant, and for some reason I just didn't look when I bought this one. But yeah, this one, like one of the first couple ingredients is sodium bicarbonate, which is baking soda. So I actually can't use this for a long period of time. I've used it for like a couple days and it worked really well. Deodorants with baking soda usually do work pretty well because baking soda is that ingredient that like keeps you from sweating, or like keeps you from sweating but they're smelling bad. But yeah, I can't test this long term because I know it'll give me a rash. It does smell really nice though, not overpowering. I would give this a 7 out of 10. If you can use deodorant with baking soda, this is a really good option. Next is a controversial one, Salt and Stone deodorant. I have tried 2 different scents of this one, both of which I've actually gotten from my work. This one is the bergamot and hinoki. Oh, I said bergamot and eucalyptus, but that's not the one. This one's hinoki. And then I've tried the Santal and Bedivere one. This one is powerful yet gentle aluminum-free deodorant gel without baking soda for sensitive skin, probiotics, which balance skin microbiome to neutralize odor and replenish healthy bacteria. Spirulina, which is an antioxidant-rich superfood that soothes irritated skin, and it also has hyaluronic acid, which is an ultra-hydrating humectant able to retain up to 1,000 times its weight in moisture. And these ones are $20 a piece. This is like a super hyped product. I think it's overhyped. In my personal opinion, I've never really loved it. Even when I tried the first one, which I purchased with my own money, I was like, this is fine. Like, people either love this deodorant or they're like, meh. I'm meh. It worked fine for the first couple of weeks, but then it kind of stopped working, which is another thing I guess you could just detoxify, but I don't want to have to do it every couple of weeks. Like, once a month I can do, but every few weeks is just kind of a lot. It doesn't really have any longevity. I would have to reapply partway through the day. It's expensive. $20. I do like this one more. They do make an extra strength version, which I think actually does have baking soda in it though. I haven't checked. But yeah, they do make an extra strength one. So if you're like super sweaty, maybe that one would be better. But I just think for $20, there are better deodorants out there. Like, I would recommend the Kapari one, which is the same price. Obviously this one's the small one, so it's cheaper, but the full size one is the same price as this one, and this one's way better. So Salt and Stone, I would have to pass. I gave it a 4 out of 10. Next one is the Hey Humans naturally derived deodorant. I don't have this one anymore because it was an older one that I just had to throw away. But it does have clean ingredients: coconut oil, which moisturizes sensitive skin; rosemary, which neutralizes odor; arrowroot powder helps absorb sweat; it's vegan and cruelty-free, no aluminum, and it is in a cardboard package, which is nice, biodegradable, and it is $13. This one worked super well. Does have baking soda in it, so it's not great for sensitive skin. This is one that I bought and was using prior to finding out that I can't use baking soda. I was using it religiously because it worked super well, but then it gave me a rash, so I stopped using it. If you can use deodorant with baking soda, this one is super well. I would recommend this one over the Curie one just because I've used this one for a lot longer and I know it works super well. Only thing is, it is kind of crumbly just because of like the ingredients in it. But it does, like, once it warms up with your skin, it goes on better. And it does keep you dry all day, which is super nice. So this one is a good one. I would give it an 8 out of 10. If I could use it, I would. Next one is Tom's. Now, they actually don't make this packaging anymore. So I've included a picture of it with this packaging, but when I linked it, it doesn't look the same, but it's the same. This one has odor and wetness protection, natural fragrance, dermatologist tested and free of dyes, preservatives, and baking soda. This container is made of, not this container. The new container is made with 100% recycled plastic. Goes on clear and stays clear, cruelty free, and it's only $8. This is actually my favorite one in this entire video. Works super well. You do need to detox every month or so to make sure it still works. This actually isn't the cheapest one. I wrote cheapest one, but the Dove one is the cheapest one. I think I wrote this before I did the Dove one, but the Dove one's the cheapest, but this is the second cheapest. Safe for sensitive skin. Smell isn't super overpowering, and that's coming from someone who doesn't like coconut. This is a coconut one. It does smell like coconut, but it's not crazy. But this is another one that they make like a bunch of different scents. So I would highly recommend this one. I give this a 9.5. There are no 10s in this video, so 9.5 is the highest. Next one is the Kinfield Baseline pH Balancing Deodorant. It has pH balancing fruit enzymes to keep you smelling fresh all day. Baseline neutralizes odor while being gentle on sensitive skin. Aluminum and baking soda free. Goes on clear, glides on smooth with no wet residue or oily stains left behind. Vegan and cruelty free. And this is another one with the refillable container. This one is $24, so the most expensive one in this video. And I don't like this one, actually. It doesn't work very well at all. Maybe better if you don't actually sweat that much, but it's expensive for what it is. It's refillable, which is a plus, and it's safe for sensitive skin, but I give this one a 3 out of 10. I was being kind of generous. I feel like I probably should have given it less than that, but yeah, this one just doesn't really work. And it's super expensive, so. Next is Summery. This is a Free People in-house brand. It's created with a synergy of plant extracts to combat odor-causing bacteria, absorb moisture, purify pores, and soothe skin. This is kind of what it looks like. Butterfly pea flower extract, which soothes and protects with antioxidants, and that's what gives it its color. Witch hazel water tones and purifies, refines pores. Bamboo powder absorbs sweat and moisture, reduces odor. White willow bark extract gently exfoliates and soothes, and this one is $18. Like I said, I showed you already, but it's like, yeah, it's like pinky color. I do think this one works pretty well. It smells really nice, which I like. It's not super overwhelming. The problem is that it's pink color. It does stain the armpits of your light colored clothing. I haven't tested this super extensively because of that, but the couple times that I have used it, I have quite liked it. But if you are someone that is a frequent wearer of light colored clothing, I maybe wouldn't get this one. And it is kind of expensive at $18. But yeah, I give this one like a 7 out of 10. From what I have tried it, it's really nice. And I love all the ingredients in it, excuse me. And it is vegan and cruelty free, which is super, super nice and dermatologist tested. So yeah, this one is a good one. Only negative is the color. We are going on to Lumi. So I actually didn't realize that, but when I bought this one's the invisible cream. They do have a solid one. This one is clinically proven, 72-hour odor protection. Clinically proven to visually even skin tone and decrease appearance of hyperpigmentation. Clinically proven to brighten skin and reduce skin redness. Formulated without aluminum, baking soda, or parabens. And then you can apply this anywhere you want odor control. It's another all body deodorant, and this one is $15. So this is actually my least favorite, unfortunately. Actually, to be honest with you, this one's probably my least favorite. This is probably my second least favorite. I'm just not a fan of the cream texture and application. It's kind of weird. So like I can show you, you twist it up here, right? It's like nothing's coming out of the middle, but it's like a creamy texture, which is kind of weird. It's just like you put it on and it's wet, which is weird, which I don't like. I feel like it takes a while to dry. I feel like it transfers. This one smells funky because I got the unscented one. It just smells really weird. I don't like it. I guess a positive that it's good for sensitive skin and it's multi-purpose, but I would not recommend this one. I give this one a 2 out of 10. I didn't use it extensively because I just didn't feel like it worked and I didn't like the texture. On to the last, Athena Club. I have 3. I've tried 3 of the 4 scents of this one. These are the 2 that I have with me. The other one's in my purse. This one has moisture control, aluminum, and baking soda free, and it doesn't leave any white marks. Clinically proven to prevent odor for up to 48 hours. Uses tapioca starch and why am I putting big words in here? I don't know. Diatomaceous earth to absorb moisture and keep sensitive skin happy. And this is another all over deodorant and another cheap one at $9. Like I said, I've tried 3 out of 4 of the scents of this one. The Sea Splash, the Super Pink, which is the one that's in my bag, and then the Golden Vanilla. And that's my order 2 of the ones that I like. So the Sea Splash is my favorite. And the unfortunate thing about this one is that it actually broke. So it doesn't go up at all, which is super, super, super unfortunate. So I really can't even use this one. Super Pink. And then this one is my least favorite just because, I don't know. I don't think I like the scent that much. It is one of my favorites. It does keep you dry all day and smelling nice. The scent is quite strong and does linger, which I actually hate because I smell it all day and I'm like, oh my God. It's like 5 hours later and I'm like, oh my God, I'm still smelling my deodorant. It works well, so I can overlook it. It stopped working after a couple of months, but with a detox, started working again. Same thing with all the other ones. And I do think this one is definitely worth the price at $9. Rounding it all up. At number 1, we have Tom's of Maine Coconut Deodorant. Number 2, Megababe, the Smoothie Deo. So not the green one, the smoothie one, the pink one. Number 3, Kapari Coconut Deodorant. Number 4, Athena Club. Like I said, my ranking is Sea Splash, Super Pink, then Golden Vanilla. I haven't tried the other one, but I didn't like the smell, so I'm not gonna buy it. Number 5 is the other Megababe, the green Deo. And sliding into the 6th position, which is a shocker, is the Hey Humans one. That is the only deodorant with baking soda that is in this list. And that is the only one that I would recommend to you if you are okay with baking soda. I love that deodorant while I could. And if I'm gonna be like extra sweaty one day, that is the one that if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sweat a lot today, I'm doing something extraneous, you know, I would use that deodorant, even though it gives me a rash. But that is the one that I would recommend. So that is this video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I put so much work into this presentation and I noticed a couple mistakes. I'm gonna have to go in and fix that before I include the slides into this video for you. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If there are any natural deodorants that you really want me to try, leave them in the description and I'll try them. I can make a little video, a little update with other deodorants in them. I didn't include this in this video, but Native sucks, so don't recommend it to me because I've already tried it and I hated it. I should have included it. I did not like Native. But I guess I could try it again for you guys if you really want me to. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And let me know what you want me to review in the future. And I hope you have a great day. This is Ellie signing out.